chat who might be there, might not. I'm not watching, but we finally got this show up and running. No tech issues right now. Jeremy, take the show.
What's going on, Jimmy? Is
Yeah,
your afternoon as wacky as mine has been?
yeah. We tried to start this thing 3 times and it failed, and this is third time's a charm. So hopefully this stays.
Yeah, I feel like there should be some ribbon and some balloons because tonight may actually work now that we have got the car started
Yeah.
and we pressed the gas. So we may actually be onto something. So I just tested the chat, by the way. I was curious. We don't have anyone in the chat yet, but I did. Oh, wait, there. I apologize. Excuse me, Michelle Kennedy, 95-1. I see that you are with us. So hello there.
That's right.
So we're gonna do an episode tonight. I feel like we've done so many pilots. This is our first real show.
Hmm.
Um, I'm always hoping that one day I'll get a fan base. People will say, Jeremy, what t-shirt are you wearing tonight? Because I'm always gonna be celebrating the 80s. I mean, my closet is full of nostalgia. Unfortunately, a lot of these shirts are repros or reprints because if I tried to find a Duran Duran Arcadia shirt, I'm gonna pay up for it. Probably a few $100 because I don't think there's many out there because Arcadia never toured. So if there's any real shirts, they were put out probably by the record company, and those things got snatched up and probably worn and discarded, my guess. So, what do you think about it, Jimmy? You like the shirt?
I can barely see it. You know how
I
bad my
know.
eyes are, and
So I believe
oh
the
yeah,
the
that's the. Oh, hold on, that's the Duran Duran with the very. How would you describe that art where they have the blue
yeah.
across the eyes and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's almost like Patrick Nigel was the artist who used to do a lot of those
Yeah.
the jaws, and I don't know, I'm gonna butcher describing this, but you're right, the blue across the eyes, almost very modern, mod like. Uh, and of course, Patrick Nigel, some of his original paintings can fetch like tens of thousands of dollars. But, besides this, I really don't even know if he did this one, but I know he did Duran Duran Rio, and that was probably one of the most famous album covers of all time.
Hmm.
So, yeah, man, so this is an Arcadia shirt. I bought this, we were going on a cruise, Michelle and I we were going on an '80s cruise a few years ago, and COVID hit, and the cruise line wanted us to show proof of papers that we got the jab.
Hmm.
And Jeremy and Michelle was undergoing some how shall I say, we were going to undergoing some midlife decisions, and we decided that was not going to fit into our game plan, so we ditched the cruise. We got our money back, and so I bought several 80 shirts that unfortunately, I can only wear here on camera. I don't I don't even hardly wear them out, to be honest with you. I save them.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm excited. We're gonna play a round of retro current tonight, and this one is kind of out of scope for my background and my taste, really. But I think it's such a great song, and I really like the way Jimmy's AI agents are interpreting these videos. So, Jimmy, why don't you tell us a little bit about this process?
Yeah. So, as the listeners should learn as we go Friday to Friday here, the Retro Current Show is a scavenger hunt style show where we take, or Jeremy picks, a specific year in the 80s and identifies a specific song and music video from a specific genre. And we're trying to kind of reach out of the genres that we lived in the 80s. You know, we're big synth wave, new wave kind of fans, rock, that kind of stuff. So you're picking a song from a different genre, and then you take snapshots from that original music video and you send them to me. And I have a series of GPT agents trained for this show. And what we do is we run those through and they come up with what's called director prompts. And I take those director prompts and I put them into Grok and I reimagine the music video off your starting image. And then I link those, I make 10-second clips out of those snapshots. and those are what? That's about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and I create
Yeah,
like a music
right.
video. Oh yeah, so I make the video, and then I do another process through Auditory Ecstasy, our sponsored music maker, and I make a
Shit.
music track that gets layered under that. So the video and the music that they're gonna hear and the video that they're gonna see is all Retro Current Show and Eagle Bradley Productions proprietary uh,
And
property.
he says all that, but what he means is he's used an AI agent to keep us out of trouble,
Yeah.
is what he's done. Because by doing this, we can go around copyright issues. We're able to present this show because it was becoming a roadblock earlier. We're able to present this show, present a music video. You find the Easter eggs, and no one's copyright protection is being impeded upon. Is that
Mhm.
the right word? Yeah,
I
I
guess we're
think
not
so.
violating anyone's copyright.
There you go. We're not violating. And so what's going to be interesting is if somebody starts violating your copyright, Jimmy.
You know what? You know what? Auditory Ecstasies and Eagle Bradley Productions' official position on this is play it as much as you want.
Heck yeah,
Play
streaming
it,
is the money.
violate as much as you want.
There's money to be made with streaming. We know this,
Hmm.
based on a another show that both Jimmy and I co-host together, and that is called Dancing with Ourselves, which runs every week, and it's a sort of a Generation X podcast where we talk about current events, but we always tie it back to the '80s. And lately, we've been playing rounds of some mean trivia that I've really enjoyed because they're challenging.
Hmm.
It's things that you kind of remember, but you can't say enough about it to get the answer correct.
Hmm.
That's kind of the way I feel when I'm almost exhausted at the end of that show every week. I'm like, wow, that was a tough one.
And we've identified the AI agent will make stuff up on us too. Remember Michelle
That's right.
Obama's birthday got it wrong?
Yeah,
Yeah,
1946 and it was 1964. So
that's
you
right.
really got to watch this. Hey, Michelle and I, just a sidebar note here, but Michelle and I, we spent a few hours today
Hmm.
uh, wrangling with chat gpt, actually, because they were taking my real estate portfolio photograph and turning me into some old man,
Hmm.
and we don't know why that was happening because these were professional headshots and the format was good. But for some reason, no matter which headshot I threw it at chat gpt, it came back as someone else. Sometimes they were better looking and sometimes they weren't.
Hmm.
So I said, this is not going to work for me. So we went another route. But
Eagle
anyway.
Brad. I hear Eagle Bradley Productions has a request from you to put together a video, and I hear they're working on it.
Oh, that's awesome. I was going to ask you about this
Yeah,
offline, but yeah,
yeah,
that's awesome. Thanks there, Jimmy.
yeah.
And so why don't we just go ahead and let me just quickly run over the rules.
Hmm.
We've got some rules. Jimmy, I don't know if you can pull those up or not. They were in the shared drive. And
Yeah. Give
it's
me a
not the
second
Easter
on that.
eggs one, it's the other one.
Yeah.
It may be dated for, I can't remember, 513 maybe.
Yeah,
I
I saw it. I just have to pull the drive up here.
Yeah,
I
you
have the video ready. Can you
okay, yeah,
hold on?
which we will release here in just a second. Let me go back to the chat and see who else is with us here. I'm kind of toggling between windows. So we've got okay, yeah. So we got Michelle. I don't see Jamila. She hasn't joined us tonight. Also asked a DJ friend of mine to come in, but I know he delivers for DoorDash on Friday night, so he may not make it either. But he's with us in heart and soul because this is right up his alley. So okay. Oh, jumps. Excuse me. We do have another guest. We have Jamila Darby.
Okay.
2001, which is actually the year that I met Jamila Darby and the year I met Michelle. Is that irony or what?
I've got the rules pulled up, sir.
All right, let's look at those. So I don't know if I won't see those in the Streamlabs.
Well,
So
you probably have to go and look at the 8 second delayed live stream.
that's right. We do have a little bit of a delay. It's
Yeah.
not much.
Well, would you like me to scroll and read them off since I'm looking at it?
Well, you can, or yeah, that's fine. That's fine, certainly.
All right.
Uh,
So, hey, chat, can you see the rules? It's basically a Word document. What does the chat say there, Jeremy?
Okay, so I'm reading that they can't see it yet. So maybe the delay might be a little bit longer for my end.
Lordy, lordy.
Oh, Jamila is saying yes. So maybe she sees them and I don't.
I'm showing them live on the screen right now.
Okay, I've got somewhat of a delay, which is fascinating to me. But okay, all right, we'll go for it, Jimmy.
All right. I'm going to read it verbatim while you guys see it. Retro current, the hunt is on. Follow these simple rules and advice to become tonight's winner. A, we will watch all. Ooh, we will watch an AI generated music video, which is based on a true popular video from the 1980s. So take that, guys. Everything you're going to see is extracted from a real music video from the 80s. B, you will need a repository. I like how you say that. Paper, pen, notepad, or text app to record your answers. Or you could just advise Jeremy and then give it out in the chat, right?
Yeah, certainly.
They could yell at you in the chat, hey, I know all of them. Let me tell you, and
Well,
or are you going to go one at a time? Are you
I think we're gonna go one at a time because it's like a king of the hill. That way, it gives someone may miss the first 12, but that last number 13, um, whoever's controlling the game, they could drop the ball, and then that person could sweep in and take control of 13. So really, the last question is the most important if you
Right.
think about it, because that you could not have control over this steering wheel until the very last end. Into the questions, and you get that question, boom, you're the king of the hill because you've knocked the last person out of the way. And then whether you wear the crown or not depends on, can you name the music video and the artist who we have based tonight's episode, the AI video on. So with that said, Jimmy, why don't you go ahead and start streaming the video?
You want to go ahead and do the video now?
I think we should, and I've got the questions pull up here. So
Let me know. Let me know when you guys see the video. It is paused, ready to go. I don't want to start it until the chat's like, "Yep, we can see it." How? What do we say, chat?
so we don't. No one is seeing it yet.
Stand by. It should
Yep,
be live now.
Yeah, we've got both of them are saying, I'm getting 2 reports that yes, they can see it.
All right, here we
So
go.
here we go. That's funny. I don't see it yet, but mine's got some.
Well, it's gonna loop, so
Yeah, we'll catch it eventually, won't we?
yep.
So as you're watching this video, I gotta tell you that this song is, which I'm not going to give it away, but this song is based on a remake. So this is a remake of a song. The original release was not a hit. And it was originally done by an artist I was not familiar with. In fact, I'm going to read his name because his name is not really one that's pronounced on, or it's on my radar very much. So let me go back to his name. His name was let's see. Oh gosh, what is his name? It's so obscure that I can't even find it. But I did read that the original the songwriter was still living off the royalties from this song. And something else that was fascinating about this is that this was a duo by 2 artists that had they both had #1 hits before this song was ever released. So both of them together were chart toppers in their own right, and then they came together and they recorded this song, a song that one of the artists kind of pitched to the other one on the last night of their studio time, and was so excited about doing this song because they thought the sessions were over, that he sent a messenger over to the hotel where the other artist was staying, knocked on the door. Now this of course is all, this is what you read online. Who knows if this is true? but they knocked on the door and woke the other artists up and said, "Look, you gotta hear this tape." Of course, everything was on cassette tape back then. We didn't have video links. We didn't have streaming or digital files. So the artist pops in the tape and listens to the original and said, "Oh yeah, that's a pretty good song." So the next day they came, and the rumor is they recorded it in one take. Now I don't know if any of that is true. I have to just take it at face value for what it is. But anyway, so those two artists recorded this one song. I will tell you that this one song did top uh, one of Billboard's charts, but it was not the Hot 100, which is the pop chart that most of the songs uh, that we're basing these AI videos on are from. So this came from another genre in Billboard's charts. It topped one of those charts, and it did barely, I mean, barely peek into the Hot 100, which is the biggest selling singles, most airplay on pop radio for the week, and it got to as high as number 97. It's just crazy to me that the song only peaked at number 97, but yet it did reach number one on another chart. And I thought everybody knew this song when I chose it for tonight's episode, and I realized, there might be some pop fans out there that they'd never heard this song if it only got to number 97. But I will tell you this: thanks to streaming services and digital files, MP3 sales, this song, according to my source here, has sold 648,000 digital copies. Now, that's digital copies. That's since probably 1997. I think Duran Duran had the first MP3 digill download for sale back in 1997 with Electric Barbarella. Shout out to Duran Duran's ill-fated album Medazzaland. But anyway, but this song, has done pretty well as far as the digital age is concerned. It's hard to get a real number on the number of records it sold, but I will tell you this: the song came out in 1983, and Jimmy kind of prefaced uh, tonight's episode by telling you that I choose a year, and we've done 82, we've done 80, we've done 86 with Van Halen. So tonight we're doing 1983 with a duo. So, Jimmy, what do you know about this song, if anything?
Well, okay, the music's really loud right now. Sorry about that. I just started
okay.
the loop. A little inefficient at running this damn thing.
That's all right. You know why you're doing that? Let me ask. I need to ask questions because they're getting to know the video now.
Uh-huh.
So let me pull up a couple of questions on the clues there. So give me a second here. Yep. We work in this virtual world, which means everything is at your virtual disposal, but you have to know where it virtually is.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I want to know. Someone arrives, a lone rider arrives, but where does he arrive from?
So that's the first clue. That's the first
That's the first clue.
artifact
So
or Easter egg, if you will.
that's correct. That would be number one. Someone arrives, but from where? In other words, how does the first person make their entrance? From where? And I realize this question is not necessarily subjective, meaning it has one definitive answer. This one is more objective. So, in other words, we can take a description for the Easter egg on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one. Someone arrives, but from where? Number two is the hint is the tin cup. What token is keeping this person going? So in other words, what is keeping this person going? Meaning from maybe having some sort of crash, if you will, some sort of physical exhaustion. But what is keeping this person going? Okay, and your hint there is the tin cup. Number three, Okay, your clue here is the Frontier Exchange. Something changes hands. So what would that be? Did you notice that something changes hands, meaning it goes from one person's hands to another person's hands? So that's clue number three. So something changes hands is number three. Number two is what token is keeping this person going, or what's keeping this person's going. And you can call it a token. You know, my AI source called it a token. We can call it a token. And number one was someone arrives, but where are they arriving from? So we'll take probably a description on that one. There's no one definitive answer. I'm going to do these four at a time. And so therefore, I'm going to give you number four also. The clue on this one, the hint is the wanted poster. And here's your question. We know that someone here is worth uh, something, but how do we know that? We know that someone here is worth something, but how do we know that?
So basically, your first set of clues takes you up to this part of the video.
That's correct. That's correct.
And there's some things here in this AI generated video that's interesting. I don't know if people see it at the end. Watch specifically the guy smoking a cigarette. It disappears in his mouth.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
there's a
catch that.
couple little AI isms that are in some of these
Oh,
clips. Yeah.
so AI they inserted that
Well,
scene.
what it did is well, you'll see. I'll point it out to you when the two
Okay.
individuals are sitting. One of them smoking. It's coming up here in about another maybe 30 seconds or so. Watch the cigarette in the mouth of the guy on the right, and I'll point it out to you.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like I said, AI animates from a still image.
Jamila said she saw that.
Oh yes, you saw the cigarette.
Yeah, she saw that, and Michelle said that as well. They both saw that.
Yeah,
So
there's something with the
good
beers
catch.
here too. It's like here it is. The guy on the right, watch the cigarette.
Oh my gosh.
See
I
that?
didn't even, yeah, it's crazy. You know, I don't recall. Yeah, I don't remember that from the original video. So, and it could have been there. I just don't remember. Don't remember catching it. So, cool. All right. So that was the first four. Again, let me repeat them one more time.
And we're getting ready to start at a new. So you want to repeat them right when we start from the beginning?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So, number one, someone arrives, but from where? Number two, what token is keeping this person going? Number three, something changes hands. And number four, we know that someone here is worth something, but how do we know that? All right. So if you're keeping score, keeping your own notes at home, you might want to jot those down and write your answers. We will be calling for all these, by the way, soon. But right now, we're just going to go through the motion of watching the video. Number five, who here isn't free? Somebody here isn't free. That's kind of vague, isn't it? Someone here isn't free, meaning are they expensive or are they owned? No, I think we know what it means based on this little this cowboy western theme here that we're seeing. Um, so while it's playing, you know, this song, as I mentioned, it's always been one of my favorites. It reminds me of my dad. He used to listen to country western music, and he had this big burly, I don't know, Ford truck, and it was painted lime green. It came that way. He didn't intentionally paint it that way, but it was one of those kind of vehicles that in the community where we lived, everybody knew it, and everybody knew him because he was in a few hunting clubs. He was a hunter, but he didn't hunt deer and he didn't hunt quail or anything like that. He was a raccoon hunter, which is a pretty violent sport. He doesn't do that anymore. In fact, I don't know if anybody does that anymore. But he used to bring home some really huge trophies that were taller than I was. Were massive, and he used to go hunting in that truck. But I remember, uh, let's see, 1983. I was roughly was that 11 years old, and I used to hear his music on the FM radio. It was the kind that had an 8-track player, so you would press these rectangular buttons to change the channels. But I remember hearing that song, and it was around 1983, around this time, that I got my first drum set because I used to play the drums. And I got my first set, and I was so excited. And that was one of the songs that I learned to play was Pancho. God, it was one of the songs I learned to
Well done.
play. Yeah, yeah. What do you think of that? Well, pay no attention to the man behind the microphone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but boy, didn't see that one coming. But anyway, yeah.
So
So that
you
was
left off at clue what, 5 or 6?
yeah. I'm on number 6.
Okay.
So number 6 is what stops here at the looks like I don't want to say this because it might be the answer here, but number 6, what stops here? Jimmy, we're going to talk about this Chat GPT result outline that it gives me because I see a potential problem with it, especially if I'm doing this because I'm so absent minded as it is. But anyway, so
Well,
number 6,
the way we fix that is you have to
yeah,
declare what the artifact is. Because if you'll
yeah,
recall,
mhm,
GPT generated everything. If you think about
it
it, we
did.
didn't think about it. We didn't do much other than me running those director prompts. So, like, and then the GPT analyzes what we're doing, and it generates your talk, your cue sheet right now.
That's true.
So what we've shown is we can not think too much about this and get an okay product. Think just a little bit, and we got a great product.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're right. You're right. It's just going to take some getting used to. Okay. All right. So we went over number 5 was who here isn't free. Number 6 is what stops here. What stops here at the camp gathering? What stops here? Number 7, um, this is who's watching? That's strange to me. Who's watching?
And the cue sheet should give you the director prompt too. Like,
Okay,
so
that's what I was afraid of.
so if you're reading that director prompt, that's
Yeah.
literally what the clip is supposed to portray. The 10-second portion.
So, okay. All right. So who's watching? Was clip 7.
This is great. We don't even know what the clues are. How the hell are they supposed to get it?
Well, I can read them, but I don't have them memorized. And
Yeah.
I think maybe next time I want to put them on some index cards. But
Yeah.
again, this is a show that we are going to grow. Right now, this is the early stages of any show. I'm sure The Price is Right looked nothing like it does today when it first started. In fact, it doesn't because I've seen it and it was only a 30-minute show and it was some of those games were just impossible. Just absolutely impossible. Just like this may be absolutely impossible to the players tonight. Number 8, this place exists, but where are the people? That's a cue there. This place exists, but where are the people? Have you noticed anything in this 2 minute and 20-second video that this place exists, but where are the people? So that's kind of tough. This place exists, but where are the people? So in other words, we're looking at something that I assume is peopleless. All right, let me go in and I want to take a look at the video again. So I'm going to do a little toggling here. Bear with me. That's crazy. So I'm going to, Jimmy, I'm going to refresh my, let's see. I'm going to do a refresh on my live stream. My live stream is so behind that I'm just now seeing when you were reading the rules. That's how far behind it is. Makes no sense.
Hey, question for you. Can you see the video on the Streamlabs
No.
connection?
On Streamlabs, negative.
Okay, let me see if I can set that up. And you might be able, hold on a second. You might be able to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it here. Let me go here, here, and now. Do you see it?
Yes, I can. Oh, beautiful. Yep, I can see that now. Awesome.
All right. There we
Yeah,
go.
so it's still streaming here. Good deal. Awesome. Yeah, what
Now you
are
can't
you
hear it. Remember this? You won't be able
That's
to hear
true.
it, but you'll be able to
That's
see it.
okay.
Yeah.
Although I will miss the Eagle Bradley melody there that could be playing. But, yeah, and I will tell you, this looks a lot like the true video. I cannot believe the AI generated
I
this
know.
based on clips snapshots that we took of the original video.
Mm-hmm.
And I can also tell you as a hint, both of the artists that do this song, this duet, are still living. I can't say that a lot about a lot of 80s artists, but I can say it about these two. These two probably had a hard life, but
One of them makes a very fine remedy, we found out. Didn't we?
that's right. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're both still performing. That's just amazing to me. I mean, they're up there in age, like we're all getting up there in age, but they're really up there in age and they are still performing. All right. So let me go back to the question. This is great. Jimmy, thanks for sharing that. Now I can actually see it and don't have to rely so much. I will refer to the live stream for the chat.
Mm-hmm. So has the chat gotten any of them yet?
So, um, I do see some responses here, but I haven't called for any responses yet. So that's a good question. Do we want to call for these as we go, or do I want to wait till the
Well,
end?
like we said, I guess it really doesn't matter till the 15th one, or the last one rather. I forget it. This is 13 in this one, right?
That's right. There's
Yeah.
only 13.
So
right
it
here.
really only matters who gets the 13th one. But
That's true.
but you can't let everyone just stay silent and someone screams out the 13th one. So people are going to have to, I would assume, answer in some sort of succession somehow.
Okay.
So what about this? What about like 1 through 10? It's a free for all, and then 11 through 13 is like a measured last three type thing. For this, if we had 15, it'd be like 1 through 10 is a free for all. People are just throwing out stuff 1 through 10.
Yeah.
And then 11 through 15 would be the more measured ones for the King of the Hill, Queen of the Hill idea. I don't know.
No, I like it. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and before we pile on, let's see, 9 through 13. Let's see, did we do one? Yeah, we did one through 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I even say the eighth one? Let me look. I've lost count. Yes, I did. This place exists, but where are the people? Okay. So why don't I go ahead and call for 1 through 8, but I'll call them individually and we'll see what kind of responses we get. So the first one, this is to our chat. If you can hear me, I'm going to call for these, and whoever responds first, has control of the game. So, and then I'll ask for the second question. The person who I have announced, as we can see in the chat, but I will announce that you have control. You have control to answer the next question. Nobody else is going to pop in and tell you the answer, but you have the power to give me the next answer, and so forth. I know it sounds confusing. I'm sorry, but we'll just play along. All right. So let me go to the first one here. The first one was someone arrives, but from where? Okay. The first person to respond correctly in that chat will have control. Someone in the we had a response in the chat. I'm losing this game. There's no losers in this game.
One day there will be real winners, though.
That's true. And with real prizes.
Cash and prizes, baby.
Cash and
Making
prizes.
all your dreams come true.
Like Julio. All right, so I still don't have a response yet. Someone arrives, but from where?
So maybe you should give a little more hint so they can say the answer.
Yeah, so when the video first opens, we see someone the camera focuses on one individual, and how did they arrive, and where did they arrive from? Again, this is a subjective answer. So meaning there's not just one definitive right or wrong answer. Of course, if you say from a UFO, then I'm going to discount that because that's totally
But I will love that answer.
has no relevance to us at all. So let's see if I have anybody in the chat that has responded. Yes, we do have us. That's right, Jamila. He arrived from the desert. Okay, very good. And Jamila, can you answer to me, how did he arrive in the desert? I'm giving you control, and I'm just asking you for a little bit more response on that first question. How did he arrive in the desert? Did he come by boat? Did he land on an airplane? How did he arrive? I know. Don't think that I'm condescending and trying to talk down to you guys like children. I'm just trying to be specific a little bit for the game for everybody else. Let's see if we get a response here. There might be a delay in the chat, but I don't have a response yet from Jamila Darby 2001. She put the desert. So as we are waiting on Jamila Darby 2001 to respond, and if you don't follow up with this, on a horse and drunk. I love it. Yep. So Jamila's already determined that this man is drunk. Very good. You know what? That's one of those 5-star answers. Like you went above and beyond. You gave me more information than I asked. In high school, we would have called that extra credit. So I like that. So you gave us some extra credit. Very good. So Jamila, you now have control. I'm going to ask the second question. If you get this right, you will maintain control. Okay. If you get it incorrect, then I'm going to call for a backup or the runner up, and the runner up will respond. And let's see if they get it correctly. So, number 2, what token is keeping this person going? Like, where are they getting their energy from? And let's see. Let me go to the chat now and see if Jamila can respond to this. And I'm watching this video, and right now was the clip. So there's a big delay. Yeah, I see that. Sorry. Wow, it's pretty amazing, this AI video here. All right, so I'm still waiting on Jamila Darby to respond. And maybe she has responded and I'm just not seeing it. But
Yeah, don't forget to hit that little red dot to make it live. Sometimes that goes off when you go over to the YouTube channel,
yeah.
Right next
I'm seeing oh sorry. I was gonna say I'm seeing the video now. It's actually streaming on my YouTube channel at Retro Current.
It's at the reward. It just went past the reward poster. That's where it's live streaming from. At.
Yeah, that's right. I do see that. That's funny. Huh. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Is he laying on a cot? Is there a restaurant now?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
not
we do have
yeah,
some variants
yeah.
there. Oh, we got Rack Smack joining us. What's going on in
Rack
here?
smack.
Rack Smack Heart Attack. Mr. Rack Smack, thanks for joining us tonight. Is this who I think it is? Is this one of our DWO partners?
That's Rakitansky.
Awesome. Okay, the wanted sign is the answer I got to question number 2. And question number 2 read, what token's keeping this person going? That is not the response that we're looking for number 2. Let me make sure that I didn't miss it. I did not miss it. So number 2 is currently open. Oh, wait. Michelle Kennedy has just taken control of the game. She's right. A canteen of water is the correct answer. So Michelle has just knocked Jamila off of the hill here, if you want to call it a hill.
It's a little mound right now. It's like it's just north of a hill.
Just north of a hill, yeah. It's like one of those little speed bumps that
right.
they have at my local public shopping center here. So the video, did you end the video, Jimmy?
I am starting it again.
Okay, good. Yeah,
there
just
it is.
Keep it going. Here we go. All right. Michelle Kennedy, you have control. So now I'm going to lead to question number 3. Jamila, be on standby. Josh, you missed the questions, but I'm going to ask them as we go. And you, Josh, you may certainly.
So right there is question 2, the canteen. That's
the canteen was question 2, right? So number 3 is something changes hands. So Michelle Kennedy, can you answer that question? Something changes hands. And let me get back to the chat and see if you can respond to that. And there's a delay, so I apologize. Oh, no, it wasn't that big of a delay. She answered that. A paper document changes hands.
I think the judges are good with that.
Are we good with that, Judge?
We're good with that because you can clearly see while the guy's sitting at the table, the lady or whoever it is hands something back and forth, right?
Yeah, that's according to the chat, the AI agent. It does use. It says a frontier exchange, but I think it's missing the word document because it was a document. I think Michelle Kennedy is right on. She's spot on. So Michelle, you still have control. Let's move on to question number 4. Number 4 reads, we know that someone here is worth something. How do we know that? How do we know that someone here is worth? And when I say worth, I mean something of value, of monetary value. How do we know that somebody here is worth something?
Yeah, how do you know there's a bounty on someone?
That's right. And she's told me there's a wanted sign. I'm going to my responses and I'm going to see that, yep, a wanted poster, a wanted sign. That is absolutely correct. Michelle, you now have control again. You're maintaining control. We're going to move on to question number 5. And number 5 was a little vague, but who here is not free? Meaning they've lost all freedom. Who here is not free? Can you identify someone here that's not free?
Is anyone really free when you think about it?
I'm not. It seems like I'm at the mercy of. I have to respond to so many people, and I'll use people generally, meaning to so many different things every day. And she has said, Michelle has said the dead person in the grave. Let me go to the response. That's I see what you're doing there, Michelle. I Don't have that as a response for number 5. Let's watch that video again and see who is not free. Is someone not free? I don't know. I see where she gets the dead person. There is, I clearly saw a cross.
You might
And
have
one
to
of
go
us
deeper on a
used-
hint on this one.
Yeah.
Like give a little hint of what someone may be wearing if they're not free.
Let me look up. I've got one more document I want to look at here. Here
Isn't
we
that
go.
music wonderful?
What do you guys think about the music? Give us some feedback there. That is music courtesy of Auditory Ecstasy, which is my partner here, Jimmy Carson. This is his
Here you
music ongoing entrepreneur music project. He is Jimmy. Tell us a little bit about Auditory Ecstasy as we are looking at this clue.
Sure. Yeah. It started as a kind of a project to. Whoops, sorry, I just shut the thing off. I'm restarting the video. You can't
It
get me talking too much, man. That's the other podcast. I got to control too much here. Anyway, Auditory Ecstasy started out as like a little project for background music, go to sleep, white noise, that kind of stuff. And then I just kind of learned I could make my own music in a digital audio workstation like FL Studio. And that led to when I figured out how to use AI platforms to help me write songs and then literally like write music chords, that kind of stuff. And then you get an online platform like Suno and you can upload your voice patterns, you can upload music to it, and you can upload lyrics and make full songs.
Very good. And how many songs have you made?
Auditory Ecstasy has about 480 tracks in distribution right now.
Wow. 480 tracks in distribution. Mm-hmm. And where could someone go and to check out your
They could
music?
Google Auditory Ecstasy, and there's music videos, there's SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. It's all over the place.
Yes, you're getting some good royalties because
not yet. I wouldn't say good royalties yet, but royalties, yes. I'm starting to
retirement royalties. Hopefully will come in one day.
Yeah.
All right. Michelle has kind of raised the white flag on that question. Said it is hard to find.
I think it is. I think she's absolutely right. And hey, let me try and guess. I made these, but I don't even know the artifacts you're really looking for. Isn't that crazy? Like I made the clips, but I don't really know the artifacts you're looking for. That's all on that cue sheet. I don't even read that thing. But
roadmap.
Is it the guy in the black suit with the people and the horses standing around him? Is he the not free?
That is what I have in my notes.
That's the only thing I could, and the only reason I know that is because I made the clip. You know what I mean? Like that's the only one that stands out. Like that, it doesn't even look like he's really under arrest or anything. But
yeah, But he's encircled. I've got in the notes that he is let me read it. He's a restrained man with escorts.
Okay.
That's the answer I have for that. So why don't we do this? Let's just say no one got that one.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, I'm going to you're still in control of this question. We're going to kind of throw that one out. It was extremely vague. I mean, all four of us came up with different answers on that one.
Right.
When in doubt, throw it out. That's my motto. So we're gonna live by that that protocol there.
Okay.
And we'll move on to the next question. I think that's the right thing to do. And we're learning as we go. As I mentioned, that some of these are subjective; they're not so objective, meaning they could have some bloviated answers. Depends on the question. Number 6. What stops here at the camp gathering? What stops here at the camp gathering? Let me go to my answers and let's see what we got here. What stops here at the camp gathering? And let's go to the chat and let's see, Michelle, if you know what stopped at the camp gathering. I'm waiting on a response here. Not one yet. I know Michelle Kennedy is she's playing many roles right now. She's trying to keep our baby entertained. I tell you, it's probably been a long time since you had a 2-year-old, Jimmy, but they're like a light bulb.
Yeah.
They're on constantly, and everything you have to watch that child
Yeah.
and make sure they're not swallowing something. Um, the buck, the buck. Rack Smack has piped in and said the buck. Now,
The buck stops
uh,
there. That's a good answer. I like that.
the buck stops here. Ah, I got it. Ah, very wise. Uh, Michelle has responded, I have a screaming child and no idea. I cannot hear. Unfortunately, this game is not going to solve that problem. So, I tell you what, I'm going to take that. Michelle, I don't know if you can hear me. I'll give you another minute to respond. But the question is for number 6 is, um, let's see. At the camp gathering, what stops here? So, what stops at the camp gathering? I'll give you another minute to maybe, if you can hear me. I would type, but you know what? I did not bring my keyboard, and I am not. Um, my sensory motor skills don't really work very well on the flat keyboard that's built into a laptop. So I'm just gonna look at Racksmack knows the answer. Hold that thought there, Mr. Josh, because you may be able to come in and take the
Uh-oh.
take control of the game here. Um,
Is Josh going to push a lady off a hill? Is that what he's going to do?
would be the first time, right? I mean, look what happened in 2016, and we saw what happened then, and they still haven't gotten over that. Okay, all right. So, Michelle, she was not able to respond. I passed to the next person. Okay, all right. So, the question is, what stops at the campsite? Do we know what stops at the campsite? Now, again, I'm going by the responses that I have here after I played the game myself, and I wrote down some answers. But let's see what we get here. The court is wide open now, so if anyone wants to respond, they certainly can. uh, oh yes, you are correct. Racksmack, Josh, he got it. The posse stopped here. That's exactly right. I had in my notes a gang of horses, but the horses are ridden by the posse. So I'm gonna accept that answer. Josh, you now have control. So just to recap here, we've asked a total of, what is it? How many questions is that, Jimmy?
That was about 7 or 8.
That was 6.
Oh,
Number
that was
6.
6.
We've asked 6 questions, and we have had 3 different viewers or watchers. What do we call them? What do we call our guests? Are we calling them guests? What's the term? Viewers?
Well, right now they're competitors, are they not?
They're competitors. So we've got 3 competitors. We've had 3
But the whole
competitors.
chat might not be competing. They just might be sticking around watching us, fumble the show or something. They're not really playing the game. So the chat, I don't know. What do we call them?
The chatters?
The chatters? Are we getting
The chatters? Maybe. Well,
we'll come up with a name.
We'll come up with that for future shows. But right now, my point was that we've had 3 different users, viewers, have controlled this game tonight. We've had 3 different ones. So Josh now has control. And what that means, Josh, is I'm going to ask the next question. And Jimmy, keep playing that video. I'm going to ask the next question, and we'll give you a chance to answer it. And if you don't answer it correctly, or if you don't know, then it becomes it's an open question for anybody to answer. Whoever answers takes control of the game at that point. All right, so number 7. The cue is, who is watching the prisoner? Who is watching the prisoner? That is your question. And if you notice that there was a prisoner in the game, then pipe in and tell us in the chat who's watching. It reminds me of that Rockwell song.
Somebody
Who's
watching.
watching?
Hey, and Michael Jackson didn't he? Didn't he do the chorus on that? The
He
backup?
does sing on that song. Now, how does an unknown guy like Rockwell, get the most popular?
Did I just divert the hell out of you, dude? Did I just take you away from the game? You were getting ready to go on a rabbit hole, weren't you? That was I was just getting ready to DWO this thing, so we.
Oh yeah, that's right. We do a lot.
I
of
want to
rabbit
protect the
holes.
chat and the listeners and the competitors from us doing that thing.
Now, Josh says the answer that he has put, they're supposed to be on Broadway. I am totally confused.
What?
He's obviously smarter than I am, because I don't understand that response. Let's see.
So who's supposed to be on Broadway?
Yeah, Josh, Philip, give me a little bit more to work with, because
I've already forgotten the clue, Jeremy. What's the clue?
The clue was who's watching? Who's watching the prisoner?
Okay.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Thinking. Oh, but let me take a step back on something. We were talking about what do we call our viewers. Jamila, she nailed it. These are contestants, and they are
there you go.
They are contestants, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I get what he was saying now.
What was he saying?
Okay. He's very clever. Yes, that's exactly right. I was going to say that. I don't know that song, but I can hear it. Isn't that a Beastie Boys song?
My posse's. Oh, yeah. Josh came out with They're on Broadway.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I get it. Yeah.
That is not the answer to the question, though. The question or the clue was, who's watching? If anyone, who is watching the
Can you go a little deeper since no one's getting it? Go another layer.
Yeah, let me watch the video. Let me actually see if I can spot this.
So,
again,
if you're checking for lag, he's drinking from the canteen right now as it's streaming live.
Okay. Yep, I see it. So start it over.
Yeah, I just restarted it.
Okay. All right, and there we go.
The handing of the document.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be the Mexican, like the Mexican FBI. I don't know what they're called. What is that called?
Federales.
Federales. That's exactly right. That's a big hint right there. Federales. Yeah. For whoever takes control of the game at question 13, Federales is a massive clue. I mean, that's a big hint.
Might even say it's the answer.
Might even say it's the answer. Okay, so I'm watching this, and I'm looking to see who's watching the guard.
Very good. Jeremy got that one. So Jeremy's the king of the hill now.
Yeah. What about that? Yeah. Apparently there is someone here. Let me see what the chat.
Well, if people were listening and paying attention, they should have 50% of the final answer anyway, right?
They should. They should. I mean, too bad we can't do a retake, but you had to be listening. And maybe it just went over. There's so much chaos going on here that maybe they missed it. So we'll see. I like it when they all raise their beer up. It's like a commercial.
Hey, Josh, have you seen the cigarette disappear? You weren't here when I was talking about it. Right there. Just sucks into his mouth. I guess he inhales it or something. I don't know.
Trick photography back in the day. This video came out in 1983. Um, I I remember there was something unique about this video, and I can't remember what it was.
Hmm.
It's like it was filmed over a 6-day period for Raleigh's prison guard. That is exactly right. He just nailed it. Very good, Josh. So Josh and Jamila, she was uh a close second. I'm gonna say she was exactly in second. Yeah, I noticed it right away when I came on. Yep, that's exactly right, Josh. So you have control of the next question. So you've got 2 in a row here, but you know what? You can get all 12 in a row and still lose this game. So this game is still up for grabs for anybody, but we're just playing along. So why don't I get on to the next question here? And the next question reads something like this, okay? Um, this place exists, but where are the people? Okay, that is your clue here. This place exists, but where are the people? Okay. So in other words, there's a hint of something. We see it, but we don't see any people represented by this hint. These are a little tough, I gotta say. Chat GPT,
You
they
know, another
really
way to think of this too is all
yeah.
these are made of 10-second clips. So each clue is going to revolve around a 10-second portion of this
That's
video, and they're all in sequence. So 1 through 13.
that's true.
So if you think that way, you know the first one's in the first 10 seconds, the second one's in the next.
And, we've come a long way because we first started this game a couple of months ago. They were watching the video one time, having
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
come up with all these answers, but now we're just doing it on a loop, and it's still challenging. The
Well,
AI,
we'll get better at picking the artifacts and then being able to
yeah,
articulate the clue
I,
better.
I
And
think
that's
so.
and once we do that, it'll flow a little better, I think.
Yeah, I like this video because there's a lot of activities going on, a lot of events happening in this one video, as opposed to the last one we did. We focused on Gary Newman's cars, and
Yeah.
that was killer, man, because uh you can only do so much with it. It was a lo-fi, low cost video,
Right.
back from 1980, and it was very monotonous. It was hard to find 10 different things going on in that video.
Yeah.
All right. So again, I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to go to the chat because I'm just simply looking at the GPD document that I have here. The clue was this place exists, but where are the people? Okay. So this place exists, but where are the people? Oh man, he is good. Look at that.
What'd he
The
say?
Alamo Hotel. He's exactly right. It was the hotel. Okay. This place does exist, but where are the people? So the Alamo Hotel. He's exactly right.
Josh, we found something you're good at.
Excellent. In fact, that was hard. That was probably the hardest one yet, and you got that very good. Now, our other participants, our other contestants, do not be discouraged because Josh could fumble the ball here any second now, any question now, and you can pick it up and take control over this game. So don't think that for a minute. Oh, I'm not going to play this. I give up. Don't think that way.
He played college ball. There's no way he's going to fumble because then he's got to run laps. So
He is a Georgia Tech
he's
football player, right?
yep.
Yeah. All right, number 9. This is number 9. Number 9 is doing something alone but thinking about something. That's your clue. Doing something alone but yet thinking about something. That is your clue. So can you find some moment where someone is doing something alone but thinking about something?
And extra points. What are they thinking about?
And I can tell you, it's not a horse drinking water. That is not the answer. Oh, did they? Thanks. Had a special delivery. one of the contestants brought me a paper copy of tonight's clues and Easter eggs. So that's why I'm toggling back and forth
Oh.
between a few screens here. But
So you used that term preparation a little loosely earlier tonight when you said you were preparing.
very loosely. I practice college football. I'm reading the comments from Rack Smack.
Yeah.
Yes, and he has yet knocked another one out of the park. He's like Jose Canseco here. This guy is on a roll. He's exactly right. He put, quote, the dude laying in the bed with the paper. That's exactly right. So he identified the person, the dude laying in the bed. What are they doing? He's reading something. So he's doing something alone. He's in the bed. And that is the absolute answer. It's almost verbatim for what I had in my notes. So that's very good. Again, ladies, contestants, don't give up. He could fumble the ball. Even the best running backs will fumble from time to time. They all can't score touchdowns, right? Okay, so let's move on to the next question here. Number 10. I kind of like, Jimmy, in the beginning of the Tonight Show, we were like reading forward a time, but I like it this way better, just going in the order that they are.
Okay.
As long as you keep looping that video, we're going to be all right.
That's right.
Okay, number 10. Josh has control. Rack Attack has control of this. Number 10. Here's your clue. This room feels alive. Why? Why does this room feel alive? And then we'll take whatever answers you can come up with here, as long as they're in the scope of the question.
The last question should be, what's the total sum of all the pips on the dominoes?
Oh man!
I mean, you're watching you're watching this video enough that you probably could add them up at the end.
Let me repeat that for you. I don't see an answer yet from Mr. Rack Attack, but Rack Smack. I apologize. I was thinking Rack Attack, Rack Smack, but I kind of like Attack also. Rack Attack.
I think he has been Rack Attack. I think he has to change it every time he gets barred on Facebook or something. He's got to come up with a new name.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and it all rhymes. Yeah.
I know the feeling. So, okay, number 10, this room feels alive. Why? So somewhere in this two minute and roughly 20-second video, 10-second video here, the room suddenly comes alive. Why is it alive? Alive meaning active, not still. I don't have a thesaurus, so I'm doing my best. All right. Interesting question there. Jamila, you may want to hold on to that. I don't know if I would go asking that question publicly. Maybe wait till the end. So he has used rack attack before. I had that in my memory. So
Racketansky, that's another one I think.
Feels alive because of the social gathering of booze and dominoes. You know what? Let me ask my partner here. What do you think about that answer?
Say the answer again.
So the answer that reads in the chat, it says it feels alive because of the social gathering, booze and dominoes. You think that's what makes that room come alive?
I was going to say the booze, so they went ahead. They went above what I was going to say. So
yeah, the booze and the game playing, the social gathering, all those are correct answers. And I also had the chat GPT identify music. Now, we are assuming that there's music there. I don't even hear Jimmy's music, but I know Auditory Ecstasy is providing the soundtrack for tonight's episode, which I have heard the song that he picked for this episode, and I thought it was a perfect fit. So, hats off to a big applause to Auditory Ecstasy for providing the music tonight. But yep, that's right. So Josh is still Rack Smack still has control. Jamila, it is quite okay if you said that. Very, very okay. But I don't want to give anybody any hints. Everybody's playing to compete here. Let me move on to number 11. So, Josh, this is your next question. What is observed very carefully? Something is observed very carefully. That's interesting. This could be a very vague, tough one too. We might have to call in backup for this one. What is observed very carefully? Can you see something that's observed very carefully? All right. And as it's playing, I'm just gonna watch the video again. I wonder who the actor kind of looked familiar back there. Now these actors, I don't recognize any of them. You might, Jimmy, but I certainly don't. It's almost like they're all cheering, tastes great, less filling or something when they hold up those beer bottles. These two jokers look like they're up to no good. Have you found them? Did AI also put that in
No,
there?
I put that in there.
Okay, that's pretty clever. Now, those two jokers look kind of familiar. If you're formulating the name of the song, name of the band, and we're gonna start over again. So here we go. We got the guy coming in. I want to sing that song. I've been through the desert with a horse with no name, but it's not that song. I promise. I don't even know when that came out. That's probably 70s. I think it's more yacht rockish. Is that America? I think
If you hum another song or sing another song,
yeah,
you got to pay the royalties. You know that?
I better get my wallet out because odds are I'm gonna sing a few.
You're putting us financially liable before we can start merch.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm reading the chat here. The prisoner by the girl at the fire pit. So Rack Smack has responded here, and he said the prisoner by the girl at the fire pit. Now let me go to Chat GPT and see what response they said. What is observed very carefully? They've put in here. It is a silent observation of watching people. Well, again, that's a little vague for me, and I kind of like Josh's answer. I think he's exactly right. Or let me rephrase that. His answer could be right. It would fit, as Johnny Cochran said, if it fits, you must acquit. So I'm going to say that yes, he is. I'm going to say he's correct. Yep. Jimmy,
Yeah.
I'm going to read the next question, but I'm going to disappear for just a second. I forgot to plug my laptop in, and I just got a message that I'm running out of time. So it will.
We're all running out of time, sir.
Give me about 5 minutes, and I'm going to take care of this. But let me go ahead and read the next question because Josh Rack Smack still has control. Okay. Oh, and look at Jamila. She's answered another one here. Jamila, I like the way you think, but right now Josh still has control, so we're gonna give him a chance to answer this one. If he can't answer it, then we'll call for another response. So number 12. This is number 12. The clue is proof that maybe this isn't happening now. What is some kind of proof that maybe this isn't really happening right now? Oh, look at you. Thank you, baby. So my spouse just brought me, one of our contestants responded in real time and brought me the plug to my laptop. So who says I can't multitask? I gotta figure out where to plug this thing in. I'm not in my typical zone. In fact, I'm using one of those desks. It's a knockoff of those desks that rise up and down. So I'm using one of those. So I was playing with it earlier, trying to find the right place um, where I could run a show and it wouldn't be too high and too low. Can you turn the light on for me,
Jeremy's going to
babe?
start rapping on us now.
Yeah. So, all right. Yep. All right. So we are plugged in. Boy, that's something else, isn't it? My spouse has to take care of the baby, take care of the game show host, play the game,
right,
and be my IT department. You know, she's
all while
amazing.
you blabber live to people that don't know you.
People that don't know me.
Actually, everyone here knows you right now, but I assume one day people won't know you. You know.
Well, you know, I've never met Mr. Josh Rackley in person before.
That is a good point. You've only met
we
him.
We spend a lot of time together during the week, but I've never met him. Haven't had the pleasure.
Yeah.
Nor you.
That's right. We've never met in person, have we?
You know what? There's something I don't know if I've ever told you this, but when you were serving in the military, your brother and I would talk at the club. You know, I like your brother. He would play my music. He played the music that I wanted to hear, and I would spend a lot of time upstairs with him. I will never forget. He was the only guy I knew that could smoke a cigarette and hang on to it, and he would switch out. Sometimes he would play records, so he had this big record crate he'd bring with him to the club. He could switch out the record, and then he would empty the ashes when he was done flipping the record. So it's just something I observed. But what I was going to say is he would tell me about you being overseas. And one time he told me, maybe I'm revealing something that's confidential, but he told me how sometimes you would take people that were being interrogated. Maybe not you, but this is what was happening. Take people that were interrogated, put them in a room with no light at all. Of course, you could breathe in the room, but it was complete darkness, and then play on a stereo like some really loud, I don't know, heavy metal music or some sort of music that maybe they weren't accustomed to hearing. I don't know if any of that's true, but he told me that. And I always had that vision in my mind when you were over there. I used to think about that. And I used to pray for you. I would pray for you just for your safety.
Well, thank you.
Back in the day. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And then here we are today.
Here we are. You didn't even know me then, and now we're...
That was about 26, 27 years ago. Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you never know who you're going to meet again, okay? Let me see. Willie Nelson looking pensively during the domino. It looks like he's thinking about this in his mind. Now let me go to ChatGPT and see if that answer kind of corresponds. It is not the same answer. And the answer that I'm reading here is not related to what you said there, Josh. And it's a very tough question. Proof that maybe this isn't happening right now. That's your clue.
You know what? I don't know what the answer is in there, but I'm going to... You want to let me declare the answer since this is a tough one?
You can. Yeah, I think it's ambiguous. So go ahead. Yeah. What do you think?
So I assume it's the clip while they're sitting there smoking. Is that... You're looking at the director prompt. You see what I mean? In that cue sheet.
Yes. Yeah.
Is it the clip? What clip number is it?
12.
Yes. Second to last or almost second to last. What disappears? It's not the answer, but I would declare the answer being what I mentioned earlier, what disappears. You're watching it and all of a sudden something disappears. That's the answer I would be looking for if I were to be able to declare the
Do you
artifact.
know the answer?
No, I don't. I
You
don't. But the one I'm thinking of right now makes
Yeah.
sense in a clip to. Because say it again. What's proof that this is not happening or something like that?
Yeah. What's
Okay.
proof that this is not
Think of the
happening?
clip
That's
I was
right.
talking about earlier and making fun of at the end, what AI did. That's literally
Yeah.
proof that this is not happening now. You see it? See it? I mean,
I do get it now. Yes.
yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Yep.
And here it
That's
is.
true.
If it's streaming right now, and
Check that out.
boom, and that's literal proof that this is not happening right now.
I would buy that. That could be an answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so let
But
me
I
go
assume it's
back.
in this clip where it says, "Have you found them?" Oh,
Cigs and beers. So, okay, I like Jimmy's answer. I like Josh's answer, and Michelle K likes Jamila Darby's answer. The cars driving by. Um, yes, I think Jamila. That's a perfectly legitimate answer. So, Chat GPT, they spit out something, but as we have seen, it's their answer is not wrong, and I'm about to tell you what their answer is, but we've got three other answers that I think could also be the answer to that clue. The answer that Chat GPT says, it says that the photograph is old. There's an old photograph, which would say that this is not happening right now. It's a picture from the past. But I think your answers, all of your answers, is better than that one, especially Jimmy's answer.
what
with
were the other answers? I can't see the chat.
Okay, so the other answers were proof that this is not happening right now. Jamila says that there are cars driving by. Okay.
Okay.
Now that would make a lot of sense. The guy comes in on a horse.
Mm-hmm.
He comes on a horse. We see the posse.
Mm-hmm.
We also see the gravesite, and then we see cars driving by later in another scene at the hotel, parked at the hotel. So obviously that's proof that
Yeah, nothing can be happening like right now if you have all those different, say, genre or time periods. Yeah.
That's right. There's differences there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like that one. I like yours, Jimmy. And Racksmack said the cigarettes and the beers. That's good too, because those would be artifacts that are in the future. We don't necessarily see them in the past video where we see the guy on the horse and the posse and the federales and all that. So I think all these are great, legitimate answers to that. So with that said, I'm going to continue to hold Racksmack as the current controller of the game. So we're going to let him keep controlling because I think his answer was good. I think Jamila's was good. I think yours was good, Jimmy. And I think Chat GPT's was legitimate to a certain degree.
And that was 12, you say?
That was 12, yeah.
Well, see, none of that matters anyway. Only this one matters, 13.
That's right. Okay.
But Josh holds the hill right now?
Josh, you hold the hill. You've got to get this question to go on to the final round. Okay. If you should drop the ball and not get this question, then I will call for an answer, and the other contestants whoever says it first, it will be in the chat. It will be time stamped in the chat. That person will have control. If they get it wrong, then we will call again. And Jimmy, we've never talked about, do we eliminate at the last question if the person misses it? Are they eliminated or can they come back in?
It's a good question. And what happens if everyone gets it wrong? They send us a gift card. So there's your incentive. No. We'll figure this out as we go. So we'll start with the king. We'll see if the king can keep it. If he can't, someone from one of the other contestants gets a chance to steal the crown. Remember, they'll steal the crown because technically Josh is wearing the crown right now. but
He's
we'll
wearing the
see.
crown.
Yeah.
All right, number 13. Pieces fall where they fall. What does that mean? Pieces fall where they fall. What is significant about these pieces? Pieces fall where they fall. What is it talking about? Pieces fall where they fall. Actually, I think this might be the easiest one of the night. Pieces fall where they fall. Josh is in control. All right, Josh, I'm calling for your answer now. And I've got a, maybe 7-10 second delay here.
And I'm going to go ahead and pause
If
it.
everybody gets it wrong, go.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pause it on the
Okay.
13th uh, video
Okay.
clip.
Freeze.
It is frozen as we
I tell you,
speak.
a great song with the term freeze in it.
Freeze
I was
frame?
listening to this at the gym last night. No, better.
Hmm.
Freeze frame. Um, Actually, do you know the song White? Well, yeah, we never talked about White Lines from Grandmaster
Oh,
Flash.
yeah, of course.
What a freaking great song. You want a great workout song?
Yeah.
Put on White Lines and in the long 6-7 minute version. It is fantastic.
There you go.
But I was actually listening to Duran Duran's cover from 1995. And I gotta say, it's a rocker. It's probably the most rockiest thing they've ever done. It's not for everybody, but I'm so glad that they still do that song live, and it's often an encore song.
Mm.
All right, cards where they may, but here it's dominoes. Yes, he's exactly right. Give it up for Josh. He is the king of the hill. But wait, Josh, it's not over yet. You've got to tell us now. You've got control of the game, the meaning you get the opportunity to wear the crown for a week until we come back next week and have another round. But right now, I want you. We're calling for. We've got the answers now. We've got that completed. Now, what I need to know is what the rest of us need to know is, can you name the artist and the song title? And then I will give you a hint. The artist, I'll take last names because it's an actual duo. Did Michelle K just give us the bird? No.
That looks like a number one.
Oh, number
Thumbs
one.
up. Something like
Thumbs
that.
up. Jamila is also, she agrees that Domino's was the answer to number 13. Yes, but Josh, Mr. Racksmack, can you identify the artist and the song title? Which I accidentally slipped up and said some of earlier, way back at question number 3.
He says,
Amazingly,
amazingly, I'm
I'm
only
only
wearing a
wearing a
hat
hat
right
right
now.
now. It is amazing, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean, Ray? So,
Well, yeah. So let's see if he can come up with it. So if he can't name it and someone else, yes, you're halfway right. Willie Nelson and
no.
no.
So, is that
It's
your
Willie
final
Nelson
answer, Josh? Willie Nelson?
and
And,
no.
and can you name the song?
Yeah, can you at least name the song? I will accept Willie Nelson, but can you name the song? Oh, and Willie Nelson and yeah. It's funny though. I've known the other singer. I've known his voice and his song titles, but I don't know if I've ever seen the guy until I watched this video recently, and I said, "Oh, that's what he looks like." I don't know if I could have identified him in a lineup or not. Final
He's his
answer,
final answer. So, bottom line
Willie
is
Nelson.
he cannot get the artist and the song title.
Okay.
So now you open it up to the participant.
Yep.
But
I had the internet. I'm sure I could, but I won't.
yeah. Thank you for code of honor there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, he plays very fairly. Jamila said I could hear a baby girl in the background. Yep, she was at the door. That's right. God, it's amazing. You got an amazing set of earphones there, Jamila Darby, or whatever you're listening to us on live on this retro current live stream.
So the
Um,
question is, Jeremy, is can the
yeah.
other contestants come in and swoop in and take the crown?
Do either of the other contestants, the other contestants know the name of the artist and can identify the song? The floor is open. Let's see, Michelle Kennedy. Well, I know, and I had to check the other person's name on the internet. Well, that's okay. Well, I know Josh said he wasn't going to do that. I tell you what, Michelle K, you know what this is. I know you know. But Josh, I'm gonna give you and Jamila. Jamila played was she got a few, she had control a few times tonight. Jamila, I'm gonna give this to both of you guys. It's a race now. Come up with the name of the song and the artist. I've opened this up to Rack Smack and Jamila Darby 2001. Let's see who can get this first. Again, I have a delay, but the delay that doesn't mean anything. They're gonna come through as they're gonna come through.
I can see the
First,
chat in real time now.
oh, good, good.
Yeah.
All right, Jamila
Is
says
Bose
Bose, Bossy.
Bossy?
What? I'm confused. Like, oh, Bose.
Bose
That means she's
speakers.
listening. She's
Yeah.
listening to Bose speakers. Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I get it. No wonder you have such great quality audio quality.
You got a story for us while they're searching for this answer, this last answer?
So a story. So I mentioned how I learned how to play this track on my drum set when I first got the drums in 1983. And you hear that Brian Adams song where he talks about summer of 69 and played it till his fingers bled. When you play the drums or you're learning how to play a drums and you do what's called a rim shot, which is if you don't know what a rim shot is, and I don't mean to be uh, you know, one of these guys that thinks they know more than other people. I'm just telling you, if you don't know what a rim shot is, a rim shot is when you take the drumstick, you kind of hold it in your hands as if you're holding a cigar, maybe, and then instead of striking the snare drum, you are hitting the rim of the snare drum, and it's like wood hitting on. A lot of times, those rims are made out of wood, so it's like wood on wood, so it makes like a clicking noise, sort of. One of the most famous rim shot songs that I can think of, and of course it was done electronically, was the Human League's "Human" song. Has an awesome rim shot that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, the famous production duo team that produced Janet Jackson's "Nasty" and all that. But that was their idea, and they came up with that rim shot. And I used to do the rim shots with my drumsticks, and if you miss, you strike your knuckles. And I used to, my fingers used to bleed. In fact, I have a scar on my finger now from back in the day when I used to do that. But you know what? I would give anything to be able to do that again now because once you're a drummer, it never leaves your system. And I used to get in trouble in class all the time, or I would be really rude and not even realize how rude I was being by just constantly drumming. And you just never forget it. Oh, let's see what we got here. I'm going back to the chat. The Willie Nelson song featuring a video where the domino game is playing dominoes and shooting dice. And it's the title track from his 2000 album Rainbow Connection. Don't look that up in Urban Dictionary. A retro current says Willie is one part of the answer, missing the other artist and the title of the song. Yep. Yeah. So, Jamila, do you happen to know who the other artist is? I'm gonna give everybody a clue, and when I give you this clue, that may immediately bring it home who the other artist is. The other artist was just a good old boy, and I'll leave it at that. The other artist was just a good old boy. That is your clue. Just a good old. OLE. Is that right? OLE? I
Yeah,
don't know
you
what
know what that makes me think of?
what's that?
Dukes of Hazard.
Now, why would you say that?
I don't know, because they were good old boys.
Red
Red
Foley.
Foley.
Who is Red Foley?
I don't know.
Sounds like a comedian. I know there's Red Fox and there was
Never
was
really
it
know.
Matt Foley was
Ah,
Chris Farley? Matt Foley, he lived in a van down by the river.
yeah, that's Matt Foley. Michelle's completing
Oh,
the lyrics.
yeah, I see that. Yep. So Michelle K, I think, wants to put us out of our misery. She just wants to go ahead and just tell who it is and what it is. Um, let's give her Jamila. I'll give you another 60 seconds. Johnny Cash. Oh, good guess, but that what? I don't know if Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash ever recorded any songs. It's a great question. I'll come back with an answer next week.
Yeah.
Internet has forsaken me. It really has. That's funny, the Rainbow Connection, because I believe Willie Nelson actually he did a cover of Kermit the Frog's Rainbow Connection from the Muppet movie.
Mm.
I seems like I heard that one time, but I can't hang my hat on it because I don't know if that's true. Michelle Kennedy said she's hungry, so she wants to get this taken care of. All right, let's I would say it's been a everybody's had plenty of time. So Josh kicked us off. He had question number 13. So therefore he was the king of the hill. We gave him the opportunity to wear the crown for the week. He named just one half of the duo. Tom Connors. It is not Tom Connors. I don't know who. Oh, wait. Michelle Kennedy has responded. She has answered. It is Poncho and Lefty is the name of the track, which hit number one on Billboard's country music chart in 1983. As I mentioned at the beginning of the show, it sold 683,000 digital copies alone since 1997. Um, we don't know how many records were sold. People didn't keep good records back in the day. But that is true. It is Pancho and Lefty with the famous Willie Nelson, who is in his 90s, still performing, and Merle Haggard, the voice behind the theme song to the Dukes of Hazzard. Just that's why I said just a good old boy. And then Michelle K responded and said, "Never meaning no harm." And then Jimmy told us that it reminded him of the Dukes of Hazzard. So we threw all the clues out that we could possibly throw out, and that was the track. And if you're not familiar with the song Poncho and Lefty, I say give it a listen. One of those great '80s stories songs. This video doesn't do it justice. Go and listen to the song. It is a story about a renegade who kind of goes rogue, and I'll leave it at that. You can leave it up to your own interpretation. So, Jimmy, what say you?
I say great. I'm glad it's over, man. That dragged out long time, but it showed us exactly what we need to fine tune. Just like one, two little
Yeah,
things. I think,
but I thought it went pretty
yeah,
good
it
though.
did go good. It did. I just you know me, I'm hypercritical from the beginning. I look for what
Yeah,
went wrong first to fix things.
yeah,
And
it
yeah,
will get better. We hope this doesn't chase people away from joining us on Friday nights. And I really want to give a special, and I mean it, a special thanks to Jamila for spending her Friday night with us, and to Josh, two Georgians on opposite sides of the state spending their Friday nights with us. I mean that speaks volumes about you guys, and Jim and I really appreciate it. We got nothing unless we've got an audience.
that's
So,
right.
and if you ever want to be a guest on the show, certainly hit us up. We'd love to have you. Or if you have an idea, hmm, maybe you could toss us an artist, or I don't want to say the video because then that would give you the upper hand. But maybe an artist, and maybe we can pick a video out. I think next week we're gonna dive into the year I graduated high school. Yes, I'm showing my age here. 1989, which was a brilliant year for music. The closing out the 80s, we got some really awesome songs in the last year of the decade. So it's all about 1989. Don't forget to subscribe to us here on YouTube. Just you hit that bell and subscribe to us, and you'll be alerted whenever we've got something new to say, or maybe we have an announcement here. But we'll be here every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Time, and we look forward to having you guys back with us again. Follow us on Facebook, and I'm sure our producer Jimmy has got us tagged at all the social medias.
We will. We will have all that soon. And bring a friend. We want to build this community, build that chat, make the game more competitive. We want a lot of participants. What's the name? Or contestants. That's the name
Yeah,
we're calling everyone.
contestants. Thanks, Jamila, for that tagline.
Yes. Thanks a lot.
Contestants, you're keeping us straight here because we're running the show, but it's kind of running itself, and we're just sort of filling the gaps. I feel like I'm calling a horse race at times, and I know nothing about horse racing.
All
But
right.
anyway, well, we appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much, and we hope everybody has a great week. And keep us in touch, and tune into our sister show, Dancing with Ourselves. You can find that at wherever you get your podcast from. It's at all the sites from iTunes to iHeartRadio. It's everywhere. So join, try to find us there, and if not, reach out to us, and I'll tell you where you can uh, get a copy of a Dancing with Ourselves show, and you can download it and listen to it right from your own devices. So, with that said, Jimmy, what do you think? Can we close it out?
Let's take it away. Hey, thanks everybody. Like you said, follow us, like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Come play the game again with us. Good night, everyone. God bless.